So I'm hearing all this talk about that what is it, the Tuskegee something? This college is banning durags, pajamas, bonnets, those things that make you look like a top of a mushroom. There's all this stuff, and people are upset because they feel like it's an attack on black culture, on black identity, on blackness, and something to do with hip hop. Let me tell you something. Do you know what code switching is? Now, code switching is very important because you wouldn't act a certain way in a professional setting like you would do in like when you were at home, you know what I mean? You would dress a certain way, you would act a certain way, you would speak a certain way. Why am I bringing this up? Hold on. When you're at the house, it's okay to wear pajamas and looking raggedy and having bonnets and do-rags and whatnot. But when you're at a place like, let's say, your job or school, right? Your academic career, that's where you study. Why do you look like you just came out of bed? You know, and it's not even colleges. You know, when I was still in high school, you know, people were just wearing pajamas or bonnets, and it's like that stuff is not made to be like, it's not made for like daily commuting stuff, you know, like the materials and whatnot are not made for that kind of stuff. If it gets snagged, you can easily just rip. Then you gotta buy more. That's more money out of your pocket. Like, come on. I'm surprised they didn't do this sooner. Like, duh. Don't wear pajamas in your class. So the purpose of those head wraps, by the way, is to maintain your due for like when you go out. Not for you to actively wear it while you're out. I don't know if I'd be called an Uncle Ruckus or whatnot, but like, why does this have to be a black culture thing? I know people who aren't black that wear do rags and whatnot, but they don't do that in like at their job or at school. It's about black freedom, black representation. I get all that, but why are we representing ourselves like we're slobs that don't know how to dress properly? Like I said before, it depends on the time and place. But if the time and place is, again, at your school, in class, duh, don't wear it. Little story time. Apparently, one year in school, this chick came into the school wearing, wearing top, shoes usual, but her bottoms, right? She was wearing only those what are they called? They're not like legging things. Like the leggings are supposed to go with something else, but she was just wearing leggings and whatnot. And these things were see through. So when she's walking around, everybody can see, you know what? And everybody's telling her, you need to cover up. And she's like, what are you talking about? And then the teachers are like covering her up. The point of me telling you that is, when you're out there, right, you're actively representing yourself. And if all you're representing is, oh, I don't have the time to actually dress into more appropriate attire outside, then, people are going to look at you a certain way. Unless you don't care about, like, people's opinions, which is all right. But, I mean, not all the time, because, you're going to look like, I don't know, just like lazy. And one more thing before I go. The whole culture thing, right? I feel like the black, my community, the black community, have sold out our culture. You let just anyone and everybody in and bastardized it. Our biggest representatives are people who flash money, indulge, and tap dance for people in suits. Obviously, this isn't everybody. That would be unfair. Of course, it's not everybody in the community, but it feels like the dumb stuff is unproportionately pushed more than like the actual thought-provoking stuff. But the dumb stuff is what's pushed and promoted and what's rewarded. and it shouldn't be like that. But that's how it is. You know, it's the same with streaming. Not surprised that they're banning do-rags and wigs. It would be one. It would be another thing if it were about the hair. Now, if it were about the hair, that would be a bigger issue because hair is part of someone's identity. You can't tell someone to cut their hair off because it looks a certain way. That's a big problem. But nah, nah, do-rags, bonnets. Come on, man. Be so for real.